In this video, I'm going to give you a quick tour on how to use Visual Studio 2017. If you are using Visual Studio 2010 or 2012 or even 2015, you don't need to worry about it because the workflow that I'm going to give you applies to any kind of version of Visual Studio, but better if you have Visual Studio 2017 or 2019. Okay, so let's get started. I am assuming that you have already installed your Visual Studio 2017 into your machine. To start with your Visual Studio, in your Start menu, type Visual Studio and then select the Visual Studio and the version that you are using. So once you have opened your Visual Studio, it will give you the startup page. So basically, the startup page contains the list of links showing the new updates that you have in your version, and then followed by the recent files that you have opened in your Visual Studio. To begin using our Visual Studio, on the File menu, select New Project, and then from the project list, you have to select the Visual C#. If you cannot see the Visual C# option from the left side of your window, make sure that you are under Other Languages and then choose Visual C#. And then from the list of varieties of projects that you can use and create in Visual Studio, we will select the Console App.NET Framework. And then we will give it a file name. So let's say, for example, hello. And then click OK. Once you click OK, the Visual Studio will create and prepare the files that you need for your project. Now, it has already created the project and the files that we need for our project. So this is the default view that we have on your Visual Studio, the code view. And on the right side, you have the Resolution Explorer showing the list of the files that you have in your project. Hello World, this is the project name, and under the project, you have here the project files. Most often, we will work on those files with an extension name .cs. Just like this one, you have here the program.cs. So normally, most often, we will work on the .cs files. The .cs files has written some default codes for us. We have here the import statements and then the name of the class. We will discuss this later in a separate video. For now, what I want you to have is the idea on how to create a project file. See you on the next video.